So this time on 585 Garage,
we take both of our hoopties to the racetrack. We both get numbers. We both have a great time. They shut the track on us again, and we didn't break anything.
yes.
A couple days ago, I called Carter while I was on vacation. I said, hey man, what do you want to shoot for this month? And he was like, oh, I don't really know. I was like, well, the racetrack here in New York is finally open, our local hometown track. And I've been itching to get the Caprice down there. And I know he's been itching to get Hiccup down there. So I was like, hey man, why don't we race the cars against each other? Yes, I'm gonna leave the flags. And see who wins. And so if I know Carter, which I know I do, he's doing something devious and cunning and probably doing an awful lot of work to the truck, like probably putting a posi rear end in it. He's probably ordered a set of drag radials that he wasn't expecting me to think that he was going to do, and probably a bunch of other really sneaky stuff. Knowing him, he'll probably put a nitrous kit on the truck.
So, we're doing some upgrades to the truck this week to prepare for the drag race Friday, a little grudge match. And this is our rear end out of the truck. And we don't want to use that because that's not good race parts. It's an open diff. It's a one tire fire. They've got a terrible ratio. So what we have here is a lovely, I don't joke about, this is made of like junkyard parts and very inexpensive. This is just for fun, you know, like go out and get something. So we picked this up from a local junkyard. Luck at it that we found a posi with, I won't tell you the gear ratio, but it's way better than what was in the truck. And we're about to put it in to Hiccup here. And I think Joe is going to be giving us a call soon too, because we're going to kind of chit chat a little bit about how our projects are going this week. And something tells me that he's like not doing anything to his car because he knows I do this sort of stuff to just thrash and put something together that is going to make it win a race. So I think he's just like skating back, relaxing. Doing his thing, but I don't know, maybe we can get some info out of him in a little bit here. So we're gonna try and get this in the truck now. And we'll wheel it up on
So it's Thursday night. I just got home from work, and I wanted to show you guys. I told you I did order some special parts here before Friday, and they came in. Look at that. This is a meat. This is the best kind of meat because it's a race meat. It is a 275 50/15, and I went with it because, as you can see, it's a little shorter than what's on the car. So what I'm thinking is, with it being sticky, wide, and short, I should be able to really punch this thing out of the hole, hold it right on the converter, and leave hard. Which Carter's not going to be able to do. So I'm going to create a situation that he's going to have to push his truck to the max and then break it. I have a call with him actually a little later, and just to check each other's progress. And I can already tell you from the couple text messages him and I have sent throughout the week, he's playing his cards a little close to the vest. And you know, I got to be honest, I have been too. So it'll be kind of interesting to see kind of what he's gonna say in that conversation, but we'll try and record that for you so you guys can see, you know, everything that goes on with that. So yeah, it's really just gonna be kind of crazy to see what happens. The only thing I'm worried about, and I think this is maybe what he's banking on, but I don't really care, are my axle shafts. They're pretty light duty. This is a 7.5 inch 10 bolt, and they are like the weakest axle shafts that GM put in any of their cars. So I think he's kind of hoping that I'm going to break, and I'm just going to try not to create a situation where that's going to happen. So we might leave hard, we might leave a little soft, so we'll see what happens. But either way, these are my old wheels here. They're actually the original wheels that I got with one of my other cars, and I'm going to have those meats swapped onto those tires. Tomorrow I am going to go get the car inspected because they won't let you run at the track in a test and tune class. Inspection hasn't been done since 2012. I'm not saying that you should run around with an inspection that's 8 years old, but if the sticker's red. So that's kind of what we got going on. I'm going to get the car all loaded up, ready to go for tomorrow tonight. And I got Cody and my buddy Adam coming by later tonight. We're going to load up their cars with parts and junk and stuff that'll help us at the racetrack. And I think the next time you'll see me is on my call with Carter a little later, and then after that we'll be at the track. So stay tuned for that. So last minute as always, my girlfriend and I are cleaning the trunk of the car really quick, and we're gonna go through the interior very quickly once the rain lets up, because it is raining and it's kind of unpleasant. So we're this is the race diet. We're not like pulling seats out of the car. We're not pulling the bumpers off. We're not taking the fenders off. We're not doing anything radical. However, I think Carter is. I imagine he's probably got a single bucket seat, race seat, harness style. So right now I'm calling Carter to see what kind of progress he's made. There you are. What's up? How's your progress going?
Oh, just relaxing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You look awfully calm.
So do you.
You know what's funny? I can see it in your eyes. You are anything but like ready.
I got 4 hours of sleep last night, real talk. I went to bed at 2, got up at 6.
Oh man, you're burning the candle both ends and in the middle.
Yeah. I may have taken a nap when I got home today.
So what do you got left?
Nothing, I'm done.
You're done?
Yeah, what do you got left?
I'll be honest with this. I have to get my car inspected. I mentioned it earlier on camera, and I was like, there's only one thing I gotta do, guys. I gotta get my car inspected. It hasn't been inspected in 8 years.
Oh my gosh.
Because legitimately, but that's something you knew. We're going to a test and tune. They let street cars go, but because I don't want them to look too closely at the Caprice, it'll have a fresh inspection sticker, and the guy and the tech will go, oh, it's got a fresh sticker on it. You're good. Just run. And I'll go, thank you.
Okay, so I just got off the phone with Joe, and I'm acting all relaxed, but in all actuality, it's Thursday night, and I have a ton to do still. So the truck, I drove it to the office today. It is together. However, little does Joe know, I don't think at this point he really has a full understanding of what I've done to the truck, which really hasn't been much so far this week, but it's more been like preparation and everything. We've put a different rear end in it with a much different ratio. We have slicks that, some Hoosier slicks that are on their way, and got the carb tuned up. Doesn't bog anymore out of the hole like you saw in one of our last videos in Florida where it just kind of fell on its face, having a ton of fuel issues. All of that's gone. It pulls like a freight train, is a blast, but we still have yet to swap the shifter, strap down the battery, install a coolant overflow reservoir, put on different tires, and probably a ton of other things that I'm forgetting right now. So here we go.
So we got to the track. We got my car prepped, which is just taking all the stuff that's in Carter's truck out of my car. So now that we did that, I'm going to get myself into the staging lanes, and I'm going to get myself ready to make my first pass. Carter looks like he just got teched, so we're going to run from there, and it should be a good time. I'll walk right, put the camera right in his
40
face.
at 106 miles per hour.
Alright, so we got all of our prep done. So at this point, while Carter's still messing around with his helmet, I already took my visor off because it was dirty and in the way. So I'm going to hop in the car, I'm going to go up to the staging lanes, I'm going to work on getting my first pass, and hopefully it goes really well, and I'll be back here in a little bit.
At 97 miles per hour.
1440, 97 miles an hour.
In the right.
Woo! Got it done, baby! Woo! Thank you. Oh my gosh, we did it. We made a pass. We did, my reaction was half a second. My 60 foot was 214. My mile an hour at the 8th was 77.57 at 9.3. My quarter was 1440 at 100 miles an hour, which is a really fast ET for what it, or which is a really fast mile an hour for the ET. So I definitely think we're gonna launch a little harder. I felt that the trans wasn't shifting into third, I thought, a little bit, so I lifted, and I think that hurt me out the back door. So next pass, I know exactly what I'm gonna do with Carter. I'm just gonna leave a little harder. I'm gonna keep my foot down, and I'm going to tear it up. So you better watch out, boy. You're lane ass. You put the posi in. Just Herb goes, he didn't leave as hard as he could have with the posi. And two, I heard you lift at half track.
Yeah.
No, you
yeah.
didn't. You heard it breaking up like all hell because it wouldn't shift.
Oh.
But I did beat the dragster's reaction time. Alright, I got an idea how to kick this off. Conversation starter. Number one. What the f? We gotta go.
So they just literally shut the lights off on us.
Yeah.
This is the second time that's happened on the channel, and I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it. We like to be at the track. What can we say? We don't ever want to leave. But I think we have good news and bad news from tonight. In summary of the episode, the good news, nobody broke anything, which is kind of astounding. I for one, I was planning on like exploding my transmission all over the track, and that didn't happen.
I had a feeling I wouldn't have any axle shafts by the end of the day, and I still have both of them.
But bad news.
We think we hurt the I think I hurt the transmission in the Caprice a little bit. It's not dying, but it needs a little bit of help, so that will be coming up on a future episode. I don't know when, but we're going to get it going.
Ultimately, they shut down the lanes before we got our chance to race each other. So, I'm looking to kick your butt soon.
Oh, same. We got a number on both cars, which was ultimately the goal. You know, us wanting to race each other and having a little bit of a grudge. That's all for show. At the end of the day, this is why we're here. And it was just a good time. So we're going to catch you guys on the next episode.
You guys didn't think we'd leave you without a burnout, did you?